but straight. Don't nothing get straight but straight. Don't nothing get straight but straight. You don't get shit straight, you straight. And this guy sit back.
You know what I mean? With that being said, even celebrities was getting ate. They was getting their food ate. They walking around looking like something. Oh yeah, because we had a celebrity. Oh yeah, niggas on your ass, especially North Jersey and New York. Of course, LA and places like Chicago. Like you in New York City amongst wolves, looking like something to eat. Niggas was on you. You was soft. You know what I mean? Rappers that was getting robbed, basketball players that was getting robbed, football players that was getting robbed. I never really hear that many actors getting robbed. You know, a lot of times the actors stay in their stay in Manhattan. But the rappers, celebrities like basketball players, football players, they want to be amongst the wolves. And the wolves was eating them. You feel me? Taking what they had, taking that jewelry, taking whatever they gotta take. I ain't gonna name no names, but a lot of celebrities definitely got, and you could really go in the search bar, YouTube search bar, and put a lot of rappers that was robbed, football players that was robbed, basketball players that was robbed on record. So imagine the ones that didn't go on record. People don't really know. We just hear stories about it. You know what I mean? Shit. One of the most infamous robbery, Tupac Shakur. That's my guy, but he got robbed in New York City and shot. You know what I mean? In New York City. And that one incident basically unraveled a whole bunch of other incidents after that. You know what I mean? That one situation opened up a door. And it didn't even start from that one situation. It started from the rape allegation. You get me? So, at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is, man. And another thing that separate, from a lot of, back then from now, we didn't mix. If you was a good kid, 8 times out of 10, that's a strong 8. You continue being that good individual. You continue being that good teen all the way to a good adult. We respected that. That's just what it was. That's what you probably went to college or you probably ended up getting a good job. Now, you got people that play video games 90% of their lives. I'm talking about all the way to their late teens. Never came outside, decided to come outside, start hanging with a certain crew, and they automatically get thrown a pole, get pulled up, or never been tested, really war tested, none of that. So now it's like you blending in civilians with the criminals. You can't blend in criminals and civilians together. You know what I mean? Like, you got skateboarders, people that just dance, do the Dougie and the jerk dance. These guys out here pulled up, tearing shit up now. That wasn't happening. Bad kids, bad adolescent kids, grew up to be the criminals. So you already knew the short bus kids, they already, was doomed for destruction. Now you got people that was made honor roll, was very honorable in classes. The teacher pet, always good and good grades, great grades. Was nothing wrong with that. Very smart kids out here blend in with the criminals, trying to be thugs, trying to be savages, doing everything in their power to get a name instead of really just continuing to walk that righteous path. Now they're on the path to destruction. You get so it's really kind of hard to pick who is who. You get me? Snitches not being touched. It's a shit ton of them. Cause once you don't touch one snitch, another snitch come, another snitch come, another snitch come, and another snitch comes. You just get infested with snitches because you're not making an example out of none of them. So now it's like, it is what it is now. Niggas could tell when they want to and be able to do whatever the fuck they want now. You know what I mean? There's no, it wasn't never really no rules and regulations back then. Them fake ass rules and regulations they had back then. You had niggas that was like gang meetings. You had people that was wearing wires. He's patting everybody down the whole time he got a wire on. You know what I mean? What type of shit that is? Like, so, all this shit was bullshit and fuckery, y'all. You hear it coming from me, Neff. I was active, like really active. You get me? Like, And I seen through the bullshit because I was a reader. I could read people. I was very observant. And I understood like if them niggas ain't on the same shit I'm on, I'm departing myself from it. Ain't no way in hell I'm jumping out the window, ready to hawk shit down in the name of a gang, and that nigga ain't putting in no twerk. Nah, and he at least help feeding us the resources. If he ain't doing nothing, he's wearing our hood like as a badge of honor, and he ain't putting no twerk in. He's a five below to me, man. But anyway, though, bro, there's one thing I will say though. That probably will make this era more dangerous than the other era, cause you was more on high alert back then, cause you knew what area to go to, what area not to go to, who to fuck over, who not to fuck over, who to approach, who not to approach. You get me? Now, anywhere could turn up. The most quietest hood could turn up on you. The most quietest person could turn up on you. It could happen to you anywhere. You could have kids with you. Niggas would do it to you right there. You know what I mean? I ain't seen nobody get killed down or gunned down in front of police yet. I heard certain stories in certain areas like Detroit, Chicago, Oakland, California, New Orleans. People will go that extent to get at you. Certain areas, like I ain't really hear like motherfuckers going that crazy to the point they gunning you down in front of the police and all that. You know what I mean? But the cartels will, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure them motherfuckers don't give a fuck. You hear me? Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all time too much. I'm just trying to think of other things, you know what I mean? But yeah, back then, not too long ago, you really had to, be on 50. You really had to be on point back then, because you know who you was into it with, what hood you was into it with. When the gang banging was ganging at that time, you knew what hood was into it with who. Now, like I said, it's more cliques and crews. It's not even blocks, because people from the same block could be beefing with each other. There's different cliques, so same hood. That's currently what's going on in my hood. It's up and down. So with that being said, man, I guess you could say that would make this era more dangerous, but not worse. Like I said, back then it was worse because, like I said, it was more ignorance back then. As far as like, it was cool to drop out of high school. It was cool to drop out of school. It was cool to be a fucking dummy back then. It was cool to be a drug dealer. It was cool to be a criminal. It's an overall, like, even your bitch was a criminal. You get what I'm saying? So now this era, niggas, we trying to reverse it. Everybody's trying to reverse the energy. You know what I mean? Make it cool to be a boss. Make it cool to just strictly getting paper. Even though violence always gonna be there, because at the end of the day, like I said, whatever's poverty at, bro, unfortunately, man, violence gonna follow, man. Violence gonna plaque that area. Just how it go, man. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for giving me the time of the day. Hit the like button, comment in the comment section if I missed out on something, or y'all can rebuttal whatever y'all want to do. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe. You get me? Like, subscribe my shit, I subscribe back, man. I start this YouTube coalition, man. Let's get this paper. You hear me?